Ooh. What's up, good people? It's time for another session of that verbal cardio, man. We back yet again, man. I'm blessed to be here again, in your face, in your ears, wherever if you're listening, I'm blessed to be in your eardrum again. If you're watching and listening, I'm blessed to be in your face and your ears again. I'm blessed that you even pay me any attention on any level. I appreciate it. Thank you for even caring what I got to say about anything. I appreciate all of it. We are here. It's another episode of that verbal cardio. We back in business. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all are drinking your waters. All right? Drink your waters, please. I want to say this too, man. I want y'all to get off of this feeling judged, feeling like I'm on my high horse because I be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Don't eat fast food. Don't eat out. You know what I'm saying? Drink more water. I'm tired of the oversensitivity, man. Listen, when I say, yo, you eating out a lot, it's not judgment. It's care. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful when you eat fast food a lot, man. These are just the facts. If you eat fast food a lot, it's terrible for your body. We know this. Studies have shown. The medical people have spoken. Science has spoken. If you eating fast food a lot, it's gonna tear up your internals. It's gonna make you fat. It's gonna give you more health risks. That's just what it is. It's not judgment. It's not me on my high horse looking down at you. It's care. Be careful what you putting into your body, man. Stop being oversensitive. Sick of it. You think you better than that. I don't think I'm better than nobody. But you gotta own it. You gotta have some sense. You gotta be knowledgeable about what you're putting in your body. Just the same way you read the labels on medicine bottles, you should be showing that same effort and care when you eating stuff on a regular basis. I know food be good, but you gotta think, if I'm grabbing some fast food to go multiple times a week, that's gonna harm you in the long run, health-wise. That's all I'm saying. Just be mindful, man. I'm just reminding y'all. You feel me? Like, nah, man. It's not judgment, it's care. Especially we big grown, man. I'm talking to grown people. My audience is people 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe. That's my audience. That's my community. If you're younger than that, no disrespect, I don't want to just throw you under the bus, but I'm talking to people my age, in that realm, a little bit younger, a little bit older. We got to be super mindful about what we putting in our bodies, man. Stop being overly sensitive. Stop being like, you're picking on us. Stop being soft about it, man. This is what it is. You eating out a lot, man. Cut back. Well, if you're going to be eating out a lot, make sure you're getting some organic stuff, some juices and stuff like that. Because I eat out all the time. I eat out all the time. So I'm not out here saying, I don't never eat out. I be eating out. I'll be going to like smoothie places or bowl places all the time. I'm always at Sweet Greens. That's technically me eating out. But at least I try to offset the processed stuff with the good stuff. Like I try to go in there, let me get the kale, let me get the spinach, let me get the raw vegetables you got sitting up here. And then I'm gonna add some tofu that y'all seasoned up with your own seasonings. That's probably some bullshit in there. So I'm not out here perfect either. But you just gotta make the better choices for yourself. Because I want y'all to be alive. I want y'all to flourish. I want y'all to care. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got goals for yourself. If you know you want to lose weight, make the steps to lose the weight. Make the changes. Be consistent. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. You know what you need to do. You know what's good and what's not good. You know something got too much sugar in there. You know something got too much oils in there and the butters. Your chicken sandwich shouldn't have 76 ingredients. Your chicken sandwich shouldn't have that many ingredients. It's as simple as that. And then you got to tally up. You got to be real with yourself. How often am I eating out? How often am I eating out? What am I eating? What am I eating? What am I putting in my body? Y'all think I don't want ice cream every single day? I want ice cream every single day. I want ice cream. I want cookies. I want cakes. I want pies. I want scones. I want danishes. I want cupcakes. I want muffins. I want the puddings. I want all that shit. That's all I think about. I'll be like, yeah, man. That's all I think about. I be wanting peanut butter every single night of my life. I want to just get a spoon, a big spoon too, tablespoon, and just crack open a jar of peanut butter and just have that be my whole meal for the whole day, every day. Crunchy. I could easily murder a whole jar of peanut butter in one setting. Light work. You think I don't want cookie butter? You think I don't want that? I want it. Give me the cookie butters. Give me all the butters. Matter of fact, give me all the butters. Yes. Once butter is said, I'm like, oh, I'll perk up when I hear butter. When I hear butter, I'm like, oh, what we doing? What we talking about? What is we talking about? I love strawberry ice cream. I want it every day. I'll be looking at donuts getting made, and I want in on it. I want in on every molecule of them donuts. Man, I'll be looking at filth every night on my Instagram. Cakes and pies. You know what I'm saying? I want it. So I'm never coming from a place of judgment. I'm coming from a place of like, yo, man, if you somebody that's just steadfast on listen, I'm going to eat fast food all day, every day. Don't tell me shit. Then I ain't going to tell you shit. You got it. Good luck. But if I hear you ever saying, I want to make some changes, I want to make better choices, I want to lose some weight, then I'm going to say something. I owe that to you as a friend, as a family member, as a whatever. If I know you want to make some changes, I'm going to say something. Yo, you know you're not going to attain what you're looking for if you keep eating them fries. And then if you get sensitive, I'll just be like, man. Sick of it, man. And Mish, yes, Mish, I'm talking to you, goddammit. Sick of you. You know what I'm saying? We grown and we old, y'all. We grown, we old. Some of us are black. We got to be extra careful about what we putting in the tank. Black folks, we are susceptible to all kind of ailments and diseases based on our diet. We know this now. We know this. We got to be extra careful as blacks. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying you're going to dabble in the filth. I dabble in the filth on occasion myself, and I'm transparent about it. Y'all be seeing me. Y'all saw me in New York this summer, man. I was eating pancakes. I'm putting the syrups on there, the butters. I'm finishing other people's pancakes. I'm going biscuit crazy. I have my moments of just like, man, I'm about to slut it out. So it's never coming from a place of judgment. It's coming from a place of transparency, man. We got to get our shit together. Because food be good. And the terrible food be delicious. It be delicious. Anyway, I just had to get that off my nipples, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody trying. Shout out to everybody being consistent. It's tough out here, man. It's tough. Anyway, this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every single day. But on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Okay? Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Let me tell you something, man. If you like sports, if you into sports, why not use sports as a way to fill up your pockets? That's a good time, man. If it's something that you genuinely enjoy, like sports, and you can get some money off that, why not do it? I wish I can get money off movies, man. I wish I can just be like, yo, man, I'm gonna go watch this movie and just say what I feel about the movie, and they can put money in my pocket, man. So if you're out here watching sports week after week, why not use your knowledge and your know-how and your knowledge of the game and get some money in your pocket, man? Let's talk about that, man. Football is a good time, man. You're watching it, you enjoying it. Why not translate that into some money in your pocket? That sounds like the move for me, man. That sounds like the move for me, man. Prize Picks is a simple way to play. It's simple to play, man. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, right? If you get your picks right, you can cash in. Prize Picks is also the best way to get action on sports in more than 40 plus states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season, man. And Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. So if one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, they won't count it as a loss, man. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks is the best way to win cash this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks, man. So listen, download the app today and use the code VERBAL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's the code VERBAL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Man, get that money, man. Get that money, man. You can do more than just watch the game now. You can get in on it. Now that game can put food on the table. You can get some fast food. You can get some biscuits from your knowledge of the game, man. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Everybody's talking about the rapture right now. The rapture. Caught up in the rapture of love. Everybody talking about the rapture right now, man. They say today is the day for the rapture, right? And it looked like we still here. It looked like life is going on. And I got to thinking, because I made a video about it, and I was like, yo, man, I ain't going to make it. That's what I put out there. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. And people were like, it's not too late to get your stuff together. Here's my thing on religion and repenting and stuff like that. Stuff like that. We're like, the rapture is coming, so you want to get your act together for the rapture, right? But I feel like this. Are you being genuine? Or are you just trying to be a good person to avoid the repercussions of what can happen to your soul? Are you being genuinely remorseful? Are you being genuine on wanting to be good? Are you being genuine, or are you just doing it for access into the club? And I feel like a lot of y'all, you just want access to the club. It's not true. It's not genuine. You just doing it as not to get fined in hell. You just want to get selected, so you're doing it. It feels fake. It feels fake rather than it just being in your soul as like a true remorse. A true wanting to do right, a true wanting to be better, a true wanting to be steadfast. Some of y'all just want entry into the club, man. And for me, I try to move on genuine energy. Like it's people out here, you think you're going to heaven, you think you got a way in, you out here killing living beings all the time with no remorse. Like, yeah, praise God, splat, you killing bugs and shit. You know what I'm saying? You slaughtering animals. You doing all that. You doing this. And I'm not saying that's not bad or good. I'm just saying, what if it was? What if it was like, what if God was like, yo, man, you didn't have to kill that bug the other day. You killed it slow and you watched it suffer. They'd be like, well, no, you know what I'm saying? It's just that. It'd be like, no, but it's something. It's a living creature. Nah, man, hey, wait, hold on, man. I thought just people mattered. Nah, it's more than that. It's the energy that you put on. It's the way you did it. Well, oh, man, well, hold on. Nah, man. Nah, I've been watching you your whole life. Look out. Or is the sinner with a good heart, are they going to get access in? Like, I know you out here, you was fornicating, you know what I'm saying? But you a good soul, man. You let people stay with you when they was down and out. You wasn't out here cheating based on your own integrity. You know what I'm saying? You stayed true to your word. You was a good person. You was helping out people without expecting things back. Yeah, you was fornicating, but come on in. Come on in, man. Ain't nobody perfect. What's up, Spice? So it could be those type of situations when when it all comes down. But what I want y'all to do, when it comes down to the rapture and getting into heaven, or whatever the next step is, once we transition out of this life, out of this shell, you want to be good to people and things. You want to put that good energy out there, genuinely. You don't want to fake it. Don't be fake with your kindness. Because that's why I don't like people like that anyway. They just being nice to me to get something from me. Or they just doing this for me so I can do something for them on the back end. Or they just doing this so they can brag to other people how they did something for somebody else. To me, that's all fake and bullshit. It's not real. And I feel like the realness is what's going to be judged. The realness of your soul and your intentions. Why you moving, how you moving, and what are you doing to people and to things? How are you living their life for real, for real? Because there's a lot of people in the church that be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, praise God, but they just be the most whack individuals on the back end. You be like, man, you fake. But you see them in church. They in church every Sunday. They in church multiple times a week. You would think they was just biblical McGee, pious and all that. But on the underneath, their thoughts, their thought processes, how they move, how they really look at people, and all the judging that people do, I can't stand that. All the religious people that look down on everybody else, all the judgment, all the condemning to hell that y'all be doing, condemning everybody to hell, but not looking at yourself. That's wild. That's wild to me. Oh, you going to hell? Look at y'all in here. Y'all going to hell. Man, worry about yourself. Because you're going to look real silly when you come down here with us and be like, oh, look who got denied, y'all. Look who down here with us. Us heathens. You ain't make the cut. That's crazy. Because all that judging you was doing, it didn't pay off, huh? That's crazy. And I'm going to be petty down here. If I ain't make the cut, I'm being petty when you come back down from the denial. I'm like, oh, look who didn't make it in. Well, look who you with now. That's crazy. That's wild. So I would hope that y'all are moving in a space that's genuine. I hope you find a nice groove of just being good to yourself and good to others from a genuine point of view, where you're not just doing it to receive favor. I hope it's just rooted in you. Be like, yo, this ain't right. I got to do this because it just don't feel right in my spirit. And worry about your own soul, man, because we going one at a time. We getting judged one at a time. No matter what happens after this, getting judged one at a time. Spice. One at a time, y'all. Just be good, man. Anyway, I'm cutting off the IG feed. If you want to see more of this podcast, man, listen. Join my Patreon, man. Stop playing with me. Join my Patreon. Click the link in my bio. And then join up. Why don't you date black women? Who said I don't wait? Wait, hold on, man. I gotta address this question. It came out of nowhere. Why don't you date black women? You talking to me? You talking to me? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Who this woman talking to? What the hell going on? Where'd that come from? Let's talk about it. You talking to me? Who said I don't blame? Who said I don't date black women? Who said that, Diamond? Where you get that from? I'm gonna ask you the hard hitting questions. Where you get that from? I still got the IG live on. I gotta see where this question is coming from. And don't get quiet on me either, man. Finish this up. Don't you get quiet on me now. Don't run now. Don't throw a rock and hide your hand. Let's talk about this. She quiet now, y'all. For those of y'all just listening, somebody in the IG live asked me, let's just be honest, it's okay. But I'm asking you, what made you ask that question? Who have I dated? Let me ask you that. Who have I dated? Oh, the YouTube is frozen for some reason.
Your connection is unstable.
Oh, I'm sick of it. Damn it. Damn it. We see you. But who have I dated, Diamond? Don't give me no cryptic talk. Don't give me nothing cryptic. Don't be like, we see you. We know. We you know what I'm saying? Say it with your chest. Give me real feedback here. Who have I dated? What's up, Jackie Fab? For those of you just listening to Verbal Cardio, I'm waiting up for the girl to tell me who I have dated to back up her claim that I don't date black women. Still waiting on her response. That's what we doing in here. If you're just listening to Verbal Cardio, a woman said, I don't date black women in the, well, she said, why don't I date black women in the live feed? So I'm just waiting for a response. So I asked her, I was like, yo, who have I dated? So I'm just waiting for that response. She's responded with, we see you, but didn't back anything up. So now we are just waiting for a response. Still looking, still waiting. You know what I'm saying? Still looking, still waiting. For some reason, if you are on the Patreon, I don't know what's going on with the feed. I don't know why it's frozen. I don't know what's happening. But we pushing through on the audio tip and the IG live feed. You and Chris Brown on that same height. You know what we mean. What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about?
You must be talking about either you date like biracial woman or light skinned woman. That sounds like what she's trying to get at? Just based off of that.
Right.
Crazy assumption.
So you saying I just date light-skinned women and non-black women based on what? What are you basing this on with me? Who have I dated? You still won't answer that. Diamond, I'm asking you directly. Don't bring in Chris Brown. Don't bring in no other nobody. Me, Tony Baker. Who have I dated? Since you got me figured out, since you can see me, since you got me all figured out, who have I dated? Do, 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 do. Still, those of you that are just listening to Verbal Cardio, I'm still waiting. I don't know the lady name. I just know the women you have shown are only a certain particular color. So so basically, you know of one person I dated. Basically. You know of one person that I dated. And you're basing that on my whole resume based on one person that I actually dated. So basically, since I dated that person, that's my whole get down. Basically. That's what I'm getting. Come on, Diamond, man. Come on. Hurry up over there. Hurry up. Hurry up. I'm still, for those of you that are just listening to Verbal Cardio, I can't even hear the audio. You can't hear the audio now? Now you can't hear the audio. You know what, man? You know what? Let me tell y'all, since Diamond is in here creating her own narratives based on me dating one person that she knows about, when it comes to my dating, I date who I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I date who I feel. So if you're not black, I'm not gonna be like, I ain't dating you because you're not black. That's not how I roll. So, you know what I'm saying? I mix it up. I mix it up in skin tone. I mix it up in ethnicity. So I've dated several black women, but I usually tuck in who I date. Everybody be tucked in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be tucked in. So I try not to put everybody on blast. You feel me? So her saying that is coming out of left field because the only person that I've publicly dated in this space that she would know about would be my ex, Sabrina. So basically, that's all you got to go on. You know what I'm saying? But I mix it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to discriminate against somebody because they light skin. I'm not going to discriminate against somebody because they dark skin. I like it all. I like it all. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's just interesting to see how people come at you based on limited information. You know what I'm saying? She was just like, Tony don't rock with black women. I'm like, yeah, what you mean? My ex-wife is black, by the way. My ex-wife, a whole black woman. You know what I'm saying? I produce 2 human beings with a black woman. Just want to throw that out there. For somebody that don't like black women, he sure did have 2 sons with a black girl. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I don't know what's going on with the stream as far as on the YouTubes, but at least we still have this going. Send another link. Do I need to post a link? Oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna post a new link, y'all. I'm gonna post a new link. Let me see what happens. Nothing else can compare. Okay. We trying to get the technical difficulties squared away over here. It's wild. It's wild times we living in. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going down. Okay. Link that up. Put that right there. Paste that. Verbal Cardio Live. Publish that. Get that going. Boom. Okay, there's that. Pow. Bam. Ooh. Okay, 1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. Let me get my shit together. Get your shit together. 5 o'clock in the morning. Where you gonna be? Outside on the corner. Okay. All right, we back. All right, where Diamond go, man? Diamond still in here? Diamond, where you at, man? I hated how you came in here with minimal information, came in with the strong stance, and then just kind of faded out and kept everything cryptic and didn't give me nothing. When you accuse me with something, I need receipts. I need proof of purchase. No cryptic shit. No, yeah, we see you. You see what? So that would be nice, man. If you come in here and say Tony is this, I'ma always ask you for the receipts and examples, and I feel like your examples were soft. You came in with minimal information and minimal receipts. So, but I appreciate you being in here. I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate you caring that I exist. But you gave me a hot nothing. You gave me a hot nothing. And I love black women, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving no receipts. I know what I know. That's all that matters. Who cares? It's okay. You like light bright. So are light-skinned women not black? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? That lighter skinned women are not black? Because you said black women at first. Now you're skin toning it up. As if to say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He don't like black women. You like the light brights. Okay. Okay. I feel like, what's up, Leola? I feel like you trolling me at this point. I feel like you trolling me. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You mean to date? You don't know who I date though. That's the thing. You know one person that I've dated. And I'm giving you the ex-wife just to help you. You know two people that I've dated. Two. You don't know nothing about the rest of my resume. You got nothing. You got limited information. I can see if I was publicly dating like it was a long history of Tony Baker and the women he's dated. I can see if it was a long line of just examples you could choose. What examples you got? You got one that you knew about. You got one. Okay, so those of y'all that are just walking in here, a woman by the name of Diamond said she accused me of not dating black women. Tony don't date black women. That's what she said off the top. She said that with her whole chest out, nipples out, no shirt on. And I was like, where you getting this from? And I was like, yo. So I asked her back. I was like, who have I dated? And she was like, the one girl, the one girl. And I was like, is that my whole dating history? And she been giving me nothing ever since. Then she was like, yo, you like Chris Brown, you like the light brights. And so I was like, okay. So I was just asking more questions like, yo, who have you seen me with? Who you know I was with? Who have I been dating now since my last ex? Who have I been talking with? Who have I been dealing with? And nobody knows. Nobody knows. But one thing about me, I'm a date whoever the fuck I want to date. I've always stood on that business. I'm a date who the fuck I want to date. One thing about me, I don't let people pressure me into nothing I don't want to do. If I got to be out here walking on eggshells, trying to be like, I don't want to date so and so because the people gonna judge me for dating. That's not my ministry. That's not how I move. I'm a date who I feel. Fuck how y'all feel. She can be as black as the goddamn tires on my car, or she can be as white as the toilet tissue I swiped up my ass. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. If I'm feeling it, that's how I'm rolling. Y'all can take it or leave it. I don't give a damn. I'm in a relationship with one person. I don't date the community simultaneously. So I'm going to just lay that on the ledge first and foremost. Okay? Me personally, I don't even know what my type is, to be honest with you. I don't even know what my personal type is. I just like what I like. I like what I like. But if you sitting out here with minimal examples and painting me a certain way, that's wild. That's wild. You feel me? And I just want that. I want it to be a message to all y'all, man. Date who y'all feel. Don't let society pressure you into who you gonna be spending all your time with. See, that's where y'all fuck up. Y'all out here dating based on how other people feel about who you dating, rather than just you actually feeling that individual. Y'all are in a relationship with each other, one-on-one. Don't be sweating how, I don't know how people gonna accept. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Diamond wants me at all. I'm not even saying you want me. That's not even how I'm coming. I'm just coming at you strictly from a standpoint of where are you getting this information from? And you've proven nothing. You've given me no reason as to why you're even saying what you're saying. You backed it up in no way. You just, well, I know. Trust me, I see you. I see you. That shit don't hold up in court. That shit don't hold up in court. Nah, I see you. Yeah. I see what's going on here. Good luck with that in court in front of the district attorney. They'd be like, where's the proof? Proof. I just know. You know what? I just know he be killing people. Did you see him kill people? No. But I know he be doing it. Did you see him kill the victim in question on March 15th, 2017? No. I just know. Ma'am, why are you here in the courtroom? Because I know he be killing people. So y'all don't see it. I know. I know he stole that car, and I know he killed them people. What people did he kill? You know. Don't be asking me. You know who he killed and what car he stole. I know. You're giving us nothing. You're giving us a hot nothing. But it's all good. Okay, we got the live link back up and running. IG Live. I'm about to cut this off. The podcast will continue on. If you want to get in on this podcast live as I record it, join my Patreon, man. Get in on it. Paid member, though. You got to be a paid member. So I hate to cut y'all off right here, right now, but I'm going to talk further about this race stuff and, like, you know what I'm saying, dating and all that. Somebody asked me a dating question anyway, so I got to answer that anyway. So I'm going to answer that. I'm going to get to all of that, but if y'all don't want to miss nothing over here in the IG Live, join my Patreon, join the paid Patreon. You won't have to miss a beat. But you're gonna have to do the work. You're gonna have to put the work in. Now ain't no 10 more minutes, man. Ain't no 10 more minutes, man. I appreciate y'all. And Diamond, man, I need those receipts. Come in here whenever you come at me about something, I need the receipts. Back that shit up. I want you to come with my whole dating resume. I want you to come with my whole catalog of women. And back your shit up. If you come over here with just 2 women on the paper, I'm going to light your ass up. So it's up to you. It's up to you. Anyway, cutting off the feed. All right. Tony, next topic, please. What's wrong with the topic, Zakia? Come on, man. Zakia, you always trying to run me, man. You always trying to run me over here, man. I noticed that about you. Always trying to run me, always trying to tell me what to do, always trying to, no, man, cut this one. Man, where's the comedies at, man? Next topic, man? Watch out, man. Watch out. All right? I wasn't done. Okay, now I'm done. You've been extremely patient. But I've been talking to y'all this whole time. Okay, anyway, let me go to these questions. Yeah, man, because you like, next topic. No, I wasn't done with that topic. I wasn't done. All right. So Kevin Beige says, Jimmy Kimmel returns tonight. Are you pulling up just because, or you good on the multi-billionaire / political drama? It's overwhelming. I don't watch late night talk shows like that on the regular. I just kind of watch clips and, you know, seeing what's going on. But I won't be tuning in because I don't even know how to get ratings up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be watching stuff on my laptop, so I don't even know how to contribute to the ratings or stuff like that. Maybe like if they post it on like YouTube, I can tune in and get the views up or whatever. But I'm glad they reinstated it. And I was like, yeah, man, because y'all doing too much. And here's the thing about the Jimmy Kimmel joke. The Jimmy Kimmel joke wasn't even about Charlie Kirk. It was more about how Trump responded to a question about Charlie Kirk. They were like, yo, man, Charlie Kirk. He was like, yeah, it's crazy, man. But look at the construction we got going over here at the White House. That was the joke. A little light jab at Trump saying, oh, he cares about Charlie Kirk. But then when they ask him about it, he be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But look, we got some construction going. We got some new work on the garden here in the White House. What? That was the joke. And so it's just like, what are y'all doing, ABC? And ABC, they fake. They frauds. Because now that the money's on the line, now y'all want to be like, oh, all right, we'll bring Jimmy Kimmel back. Man, y'all was getting punked by the administration. Y'all was letting them run you.
You see, they said that, I think like somebody said that he didn't say anything that was, too crazy. It was just that we were worried that it might upset Trump, essentially, like, or Trump would do something. That was the initial reason that they said the whole thing in general. And even now that he's coming back, like Disney's like, are we gonna reinstate him? There are these, I don't even know what to call it, these networks that essentially run that area for like a regional area.
Oh yeah, the regional affiliates.
Yeah, so now they're not going to show it. Now they're not going to air it or whatever. Which is like, I didn't even know. There's so many different conglomerates and ownerships and
because you got your regional areas, and they be like, we're not going to show Jimmy Kimmel. Here's the thing. These late night talk show hosts have been making jokes about the president since the beginning of time. Jay Leno, David Letterman, you name it. They always got president jokes. Always. Every president has jokes. They be getting the jokes. Back when I could care less about politics and I'd be watching a little late night talk show and they'd be, oh, so President Reagan, blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like, this shit's boring. But they was always making jokes about the sitting president. Trump, man, you gonna get these jokes, nigga. You ain't special. You ain't special. If you the president of the United States, you getting these jokes. And Trump is just easy. He's an easy target for jokes. He is one of the most easiest targets in the history of presidents. Big Easy. They call him the Big Easy, man. He from Louisiana. It's so easy to joke on this man. Because he is mad ridiculous. Even if you're a Trump fan, you gotta know he's ridiculous. You have to know this. You gotta know he is rich with comedic material. Even an unfunny person can come out with 7 jokes just watching him talk and move and the stuff that he does and says. The jokes write themselves. So you think on the night, the late night talk show basis, they're not gonna have some Trump jokes lined up, queued up, and ready to bake? Come on. What are we doing? What are we talking about? He is a walking punchline. Even when you hate him, you just like, man, that shit funny. So no, man, you're not exempt. You're not special. You getting these jokes, man. You ridiculous. Valerie T asked me, do you date non-vegetarians? If so, does it cause issues? I will date a non-vegetarian. Just don't be trying to make me eat stuff. If you not always up my ass about trying to make me eat meat, then we good. But that's not a deal breaker for me. Like if you're not a vegetarian, it's not a deal breaker. You know, I'll still date you. But if you're hassling me, man, if you're giving me a hard time, if you're setting me up for failure, if you're not thinking about me when it's a cookout going or if it's something special going on, you ain't making sure your boy is good on what I got to eat, then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. If you're not thinking about, like, you know what I'm saying, if you have a get together at your house and I'll show up and then you ain't give me no options and this was your event and you be doing that time and time again, it's not gonna work. Because food is important, man, to me. So if you're constantly not thinking about how I roll and how I eat, then it's not gonna work, man. You invite me to a dinner and I got like minimal options, I'll be like, man, you're not thinking about me. You ain't got me in mind. Then it's not gonna work. And I'll be like, yo, you inconsiderate. And I don't like this. And I don't like that. I don't like this. So she would have to be a very considerate non-vegetarian. You know what I'm saying? That's got to be. It makes it easier if she is a vegetarian, or at least mostly on that kick, but you know, it's not a deal breaker. All right, let's get it. Your thoughts on the D4VD case? I don't know enough about it to really speak on it. I heard about the girl that was found in his car and the matching tattoos that they have. That's all I got. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't really listen to him like that. So I didn't really dive into, you know, what was cracking and what was popping.
I guess he had enough fans to get the endorsements and stuff. Because he was in, is it Hollister? I think he was in the ad campaign for that. I know he had a song on Fortnite. But I never heard the dude until this thing happened either. But he was one of the opening acts for SZA on her last tour.
Oh, that was him. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I heard of him.
Yeah. I had literally no idea until like when they said there was a body found in his car. I was like, I don't even know who this dude is.
That's crazy.
But as the details come out and more things happen, the story just continues to get worse, and it's pointing that, yeah, that man guilty for sure. I'm sure they're trying to build up a case on him so they can just get him, but I want them to get him before he either gets himself, if you know what I mean, or he runs away. Because there is almost no way in the world this man's getting away with nothing. Like, if he didn't murder her, then he still has a case of, like, pedophilia, like, seriously.
Because she's 15, right?
She didn't make it to her 15th birthday. Her 15th birthday was, like, last week.
So she was 14 years old.
She was 14 years old. Had ran away with this dude for years, by the way. They supposedly had, like, a quote-unquote relationship in 2022. 2022, she's born in 2010.
So she was 12.
If that, 11 maybe, depending on when it was during the time period. And she would be going back and forth. And there are people that knew they would report it, but he also would be supposedly paying off people so they wouldn't say anything. She would be hidden and all this other stuff like that. But he had this Discord where they were like, you know, some people knew. And some people I've seen screenshots from last year that people have been like, are you gonna say something about this 13-year-old that you're with or whatever? And people said that they would try to report it, but there's not anything to, like, it's hard to prove something like that's going on.
Right.
So when she was reported missing, because she was reported missing.
Yeah.
She was reported missing in April of last year. But I think she went back home. Because it was like, okay, you reported missing, you need to go back home.
Yeah.
So she went back home. And then she left again. So she would on and off, like, be running away from home or whatever, right?
Wow.
And be kicking it with him.
Yeah.
She came back at some point, and then they said, like, at some point during this year, maybe 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, I don't know the real timeline, but like 2 or 3 months ago, they stopped hearing from her. And that's when it started being like, we don't know what's going on and all this other stuff like that. And I believe that they found her body dismembered in the car.
It was dismembered?
Yes. Like there was parts, like they only found like parts of her body in the car. Because it's not because he's in a Tesla. You know, you can't just put anything in the trunk of the Tesla because it's kind of like clear back a little bit. Well, it's a regular trunk. I think they got it in the front joint, the front trunk, you know, the frunk or whatever they call it. They found her body in there. And I think it had been like, you know, the body was like supposed to like decomposing or whatever.
Right.
So then there's that. Matching tattoo, obviously.
Right.
Which is, bro, she's 14. Like, what are we doing? I mean, he's young too, but he's not that young. Yeah. He's like 5 years older, like 5.5 years older than her. Yeah, 5.5. He's born in.
So he's a teen?
He is 20 now.
Shit.
He's born in.
He's young.
Yeah, he is young. He's born in 2005. But he's 5.5 years older than her.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I think he turned 20 in March, I believe. I think I've seen that. And then if you the really bad part is if you listen to the songs, it's like he's alluding to this. Even the woman that he would have in his music videos would look like this girl. So he's like alluding to like murder and stuff like that. At his shows, he's having these things where it's like a funeral almost, where it's like you can come and write notes and stuff like that, like, you know, to the people that have passed in your life and stuff like that. Like you know, it's like it's a thing of being like an honor kind of thing. It's all strange. Like it's super strange. Like really, really strange. Like everybody is piecing stuff. Like I just keep seeing stuff on Twitter every now and then. Be like they piece something together. It's like, look, we found this, and there's a video of him like as a joking, like I clean shoes on the side, and it's her shoes. It's the girl's shoes. And it's like time out. Like, you know, it's so many layers of things that have come out. Like at least on that side of like the internet where the details emerge, and it just makes everything point towards him being like, yeah, if you know, like I said, if it wasn't a murder, then you for sure had a case of like you're messing with a minor. And for a while. And what people are speculating is he got her pregnant.
So as of now, they haven't done a complete autopsy, I imagine, for the cause of death. So that hasn't come out yet.
I don't think so. Because they just identified her like last week, I think.
And if she was pregnant, they would have ID'd that right away, I would imagine.
Not sure. Because I'm not sure how far along. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah. You know, because the body was supposedly like dismembered. And if it's been a while, like it's kind of thing, like this is just a car that they just abandoned. They just abandoned the car in the Hollywood Hills or whatever.
That's crazy.
And then it got it pulled up to a tow impound and they were like, yo, something going on with this car. Like there's a smell or something. So she been gone for a little bit. So that makes it a lot worse. And I feel like he was finna go to Europe at the end of this month on his tour because he's on tour. And I was like, he's going to try to flee. Like he was going to try to be gone.
That's crazy, dog.
He also alluded to being like, yeah, once I do this or whatever, I'm just going to go somewhere remote and just live off the land. He was trying to get her.
I bet you he was trying to get her. Live off the land.
Yeah. I think he was trying to take her with, like, his plan was like, eventually I'm going to get some stuff together or whatever, and I'm going to get her and I'm going to take her out of here. We going to be gone. But it's like, this is sick.
This is disgusting. For those of you, somebody asked in the chat, this is the dude named D4VD. He's an artist, a recording artist. And a dead body of a girl was found in his car. Whew.
It's just a whole lot of things with like that young mind. Like you're not thinking any of this stuff.
That's crazy.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna just dump the car. That's your car. It's registered to you.
Right.
Like
I don't know what.
There's no way of thinking this.
Man. Like, you thought nobody was gonna find it, bruh.
It's all bad. But yeah, like I was saying, it's bad. Like as the details come out, it's just the matching tattoo was the first thing I noticed. Yeah. I was like, oh, he did it.
Right.
Then it was like, oh, she's how old is she? He was like, oh, she just would have turned 15. I was like, oh, this makes it even worse. And then I saw all the stuff of people being like on Reddit or whatever, even before they identified the body. People on Reddit was like, that must be her, and they said her name because they knew her, and it was like she's been missing from our side of town. Like we go to school with her, and I'm like, what is going on? It's just like a failure on all parts. Like, you know, how did this go on for so long, and then it ends up leading up to this point?
It's wild out here, man. That's wild business. All right, let's continue on, because that's some serious business right there. What the hell is going on with my phone? All right. Let's go to something a little bit lighter. Darrell, 29. Unserious question. You mentioned the Kev on one of the Ball Brothers pods that you would let the cul-de-sac grow for a movie role. Would it be for a major role in a minor film, $1 to $2 million budget, or a minor role in a major film, i.e. Marvel joint? Or does it matter one way or the other? It really doesn't matter the budget of the film or whether or not I would let the cul-de-sac grow out. It just depends on the role. Like if it's a comedy to where I play like a disgruntled police chief and I'm always pissed off at the cops, and like that could be on a budget of $2 to $5 million. It's just a comedy I want to be a part of. I'll let it grow out, man. I'll let it grow out so I can be that pissed off police chief up in there and just let it grow out. Let the cul-de-sac flourish. You know, I'll do something for that. Or it could be a major Marvel joint. I'll be like, I'll let it grow out. So I'll be looking mad ridiculous with the cul-de-sac grow out. You know, but you know, as an actor, man, you got to take it there, man. You got to leave your ego at the door. Got to leave your ego where it is and just get into this role. And so I would just be out here cul-de-sacked, chilling. So yeah, I would do it for either role. I would let the cul-de-sac flourish. You know what I'm saying? What else we got up in here? What else we got up in here? Oops, is this everything? Oh, okay. This is a question about the Rapture. So Roberto, Texas asks, if the Rapture was real, what are some of the immediate things that come to your mind as it relates to how the rest of the world will continue forward? Because the Rapture is like the good people getting scooped up, right? And then we left behind, right? That's pretty much the Rapture, right? And then for those of us that are left behind, all hell is gonna break loose here on the planet, right? So at that point, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like for those that are left behind, the true test is gonna come within that. Like the stuff that you have to deal with now that the Rapture has happened, how do you handle it? How do you move forward? What's going on? What are you going to stand on? What are you going to turn into as far as like, what are your limits before you completely lose your soul and lose who you are? What are your limits? What is your soul price? What are you willing to do to survive? What's your tap out? And so, you know, I would like to say that I would stand on integrity as much as possible, but it's easier said than done when you ain't against the gun. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to talk your shit when the pressure's off, when the pressure's hypothetical. It's easy to be like, oh, I would do this, I would never do that, until you face to face with this real dynamics. So, you know, I would like to say, oh, I would do this or I wouldn't do that. I would like to say that here in the moment, but shit, I don't know. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I would become or how I would move. I would like to say that I would stand on integrity, but let you be in dire straits. And we surprise ourselves all the time, good or bad. We surprise ourselves. So it'd be like, man, I never thought I would do something like that. Good or bad. It could happen like that. So I don't know, man. Because I can easily sit up here and say, I would never do that. I would never do this. Then push come to shove. Look at me doing this. I never thought. So I don't know. I don't know who predicted the day anyway. I don't know. But I'm not a religious guy, y'all. That's just I'm not religion McGee. I'm not. I don't trust it. It's extremely difficult for me to trust religion 100%. That's where I stand. I believe in God, but as far as religion, nah, man. It's too many agendas, too many human hands, too much editing, too many story similarities with other things that even predate the Bible. It just gives me a lot of pause. You know what I mean? And so for me, I'm not big on religion. It's just hard for me to trust it completely. So I just tap into the spirit, the soul, you know what I'm saying, what I feel. And, I feel there's a presence of God. That's what I roll with. And I try to live in that energy, just like moving in spaces that feel right energetically, projecting a good energy. I feel like those areas encompass what God is. The religion part, man, people have done too much manipulation of the words, changing text, killing people over religion. The list goes on and on. And so for me, I'm just like, nah, I'm not with it. I'm not feeling that. I'd rather tap into just God on a personal level. And so for me, that's how I move through life. And so I feel like religion creates division. It creates wars. It has created people using religion to mask themselves as something they're not. Maybe changing up the stories and adding stuff to fit their agenda. And I just be like, man, watch out, man. Watch out. And then some people can even use religion to be heartless, if that makes any sense. They'll hide behind religion and just be like, well, the word of God says this, but like, how do you feel about this in the moment though? Like, but God says, and they can kind of turn into like androids of religion rather than just being a full-fledged empathetic human being about a particular situation. They just go right to God. So they say, and then they just turn off all emotion, all empathy, all sympathy, and just be like, well, God's plan is just, it's okay to be human. It's okay to be an individual. It's okay to feel something on a personal level. You can still be godly. You can still believe in God, but where are you at as an individual on the soul tip about certain things? Because some people they just go right with God, and it's just like, yeah, I get that, but like, how do you feel? You know what I mean? And so, I don't know, and if religion is making you a better person, is making your life better, I don't knock it. But for me personally, it's just, I don't fully trust it. I just don't. So, if y'all worried about my soul right now, you'll be like, man, Tony, man, you better get it together. It's not too late to come to God. You know what I'm saying? You better hurry up. Shut up, man. Just shut your ass up, man. Get your soul in order on an individual tip. You know what I'm saying? Because we all getting judged one at a time when we up out of here. So you just make sure you good. Make sure you good over there. Anyway, y'all. I want to thank y'all for pulling up the verbal cardio. I apologize for the technical difficulties. It's just been, it's been technical difficulties up here in the studio lately. But I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to my usual suspects. I appreciate all of you. I'm not sure how much longer verbal cardio is going to last, y'all. And I'm not saying that to just be because I'm fed up and it's just because, trying to make it grow. But there's going to be some changes here at the studios and stuff like that. So next year, I'm not sure if verbal cardio will be around. That's how I'm feeling now. But we gonna see. But right now, I feel like, verbal cardio's days are kind of numbered for now. I might bring it back in the future. I'm not sure. But apologize for ignoring us in the IG rabbit hole. I didn't ignore y'all though. We had technical difficulties. And so I'm glad I had the IG live to keep something going while we got the technical difficulties fixed. I didn't ignore y'all. Yeah. And I have been losing weight. So I saw somebody say I look smaller. I look slim. Yeah, I've been losing some weight. I was about 221 in May. Now I'm like 207. I was 207 this morning. So I've been in a good routine and a good rhythm as far as like exercise and diet. So I've been slimming it down and whatnot. But I just wanted to make y'all aware. Ball Brothers is still gonna be in full swing, so I'm gonna still be doing stuff. But as far as like verbal cardio, it's looking slim. I've been on the Peloton. I've been walking my 5 miles a day, and I've been doing like 30 minutes on the elliptical too. So I've been very active lately and just, not going crazy on the food tip. So that's where I'm at, y'all. That's where I'm at. But I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. And Zakia, where you at? Zakia, you still in there? Did she dip off? Zakia, you still in here? Boom, 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 boom. Did she leave? Zakia, you still in here? The movie nights will return though, for sure. Yeah, it looked like she might have left. Anyway, I wanted to apologize to Zakia, but it's just I don't really like people telling me to change a topic that I'm still on because, I wanted to address that. And so, it was something that I wanted to talk about in that moment. You know what I mean? So I just want to apologize because if you felt like I threw you on the grill after that, but it's, I don't be liking people. You change the subject. No, I'm still on this. I'm still on it. But then, it's all, I love Zakia. It's all love. But, I don't like people telling me what to do. Unless I ask, like, yo, y'all, what do y'all want me to do here? What do you want to see more of? This, that, and the third. But all that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm not done talking. I still got something to say. That's the tourist in me, probably so. But, sometimes you just got to be like, hey, man, listen, man. Let me get my shit off. And then, you know what I'm saying? Not to give the cubic zirconia the attention when they're not even the patron saint. I feel it. But I got some good jokes out of it too. And I feel like that's a good clippable topic too. So y'all got to remember, man, I'm still promoting this podcast. I got to make it clippable for the masses. You know what I'm saying? So it can't always just be about like, this little pocket here. That's something that, people are talking about. Skin tone, preferences and stuff like that. So that could be a very clippable moment. So you got to think about that too. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button before I cut this off. GT is who I am. What's the question? She just ain't deserve your time at all. I appreciate that, Zakia. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm gonna respond, man. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? But it was just funny how she had no receipts. That really just had me intrigued. Like, no receipts? You coming with none? And then I was able to get a good courtroom joke out of it. But I apologize to you, Zakia, for getting on you. Let me get the apology off my nipples, because you've been super supportive for mad long. You've been in mad movie nights. You came to see me live. You came to see me on your birthday when I was in DC. I appreciate you. So I just want you to know that. I do appreciate you. And I wanted to apologize if you felt like I was too harsh on you. And I apologize for that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you came up in here. And I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad you're super supportive. I'm glad you exist as a human being. So, thank you for that. And caring about me and my energy, man. Thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Who had that question? What was that question you had? Who was that I said just now? Somebody had a question. But hit that like button while we wait. Oh, yeah. GT is who I am. What's the question? Before I get out of here. What will it take for you to do a podcast with someone in regards to your hobbies? And would you be willing to do that podcast through an app like Zoom? I'm not a fan of Zoom podcasts for some reason. I like for podcasts to look like real podcasts, where it's like in an actual studio, there's a setup. It don't even have to be in the studio necessarily, but just like the setup is right rather than just the computer screen. So, you know what I'm saying? It's something about Zoom that just makes it just regular. And I don't be wanting that. I'll be wanting a little bit of production value on something. Unless it was just pure audio, then you know, it really wouldn't matter as much. But like just a Zoom's just Zooms are whatever for me, man. And so I would love a movie podcast, because y'all know I love me some movies, man. I could talk about movies all day and night. I love movies. I would love a movie podcast. Maybe that's the next move. Maybe that's the next adventure for me. A movie podcast where it's just all movies all the time. That's what Verbal Cardio initially was. It was about me talking about a movie, and then I would trail off into other things, but it was always about a specific piece of something I watched. Star Wars. And then I just talk about Star Wars, and then boom, boom, pow. So a movie podcast, that's something I can get my feet together in. And maybe verbal cardio could turn into that. Verbal cardio, these movies. And then we just go from there. That's an idea. That's a possibility, for sure. And movies are endless, man. It's always a movie. There's always a movie around, good or bad. And I could just start out talking about the movie and then go from there. Yeah. Y'all might be on to something, man. I need to bring it back to the essence, because that was the essence of where verbal cardio started. But anyway, enough me running my mouth. I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. I hope y'all have a great day. And thank you for tuning in to another session of that verbal cardio.